Our sleep is one of the main factors who determine how clearly we can think, our mood, our inspiration, and our overall level of energy during the day. Obviously, it is not so easy to actively work on our sleep because it is an activity that we have no conscious control over. But our sleep depends on the quality of our life during the day. This is why here we're going to see the most important activity that we can regulate to increase the quality of our sleep. Besides, in the last 2 points of this video, we're going to go deeper in the mechanism of sleep, dream, and rest in general. Thanks to this knowledge, we will be able to apply strategies that will make our sleep even more deeply resting, and this will greatly improve the quality of our life. So the point number one is exercise. Exercise every day, no matter your age, your condition, your situation. You don't need to run a marathon, but we mean here that we simply aim to activate our body, work with it, stretch it, move it around. When we exercise, we activate the body, we increase its temperature and its blood flow, and in this process we are able to release a lot of the tension and the stress that we hold. In this way, we will be able to relax deeper when we go to sleep. And we don't need to spend hours and hours to see effects from our exercise. 5 to 10 minutes of intense exercise or around 20 minutes of soft exercise are enough to see good results. The second point is follow the sun. Artificial light has drastically changed the way we live our life. Consider that we have evolved and we have been living for thousands of years in a situation where the only source of light was the sun, and we have also synchronized with its cycles. Even the light of candles is completely different from the modern lights that we have nowadays. With those, our brain can be tricked to believe that it's full day, even if it's the middle of the night. And also our brain is used to the fact that the transition between day and night happens gradually over the course of a few hours. Following the natural cycle of the sun means to gradually slow down in the evening as we prepare to sleep, and then in the morning reactivate and gradually wake up as we enter in our day. Just like with babies, if they do exciting activities in the late afternoon and evening, then they will be nervous and unable to sleep properly. Actually, many of the tips of this video revolve around this concept of unifying with the natural rhythms. This also includes how we behave in the morning. Waking up is an important part of sleep and has a massive impact on our day. In the morning, the yang energy is rising, and for this reason, the creative energy is at its peak. So wake up early and harness this life force, and this will give you a boost of strength and creativity. People who wake up early are people who make things happen. The third point is food. It is quite known that eating heavily in the evening can negatively affect our sleep. In this, I would include avoiding alcohol, too much spicy, too much garlic, or any strong or heavy food. If you do so, this will help you to relax and prepare for sleep. Eating activates our digestion, which creates a great amount of work, which includes many organs of our body. When our body is active digesting, it will be less able to relax and to enter in good sleep. Also for this reason, it is good to leave some time between your dinner and the time when you go to sleep. Try to eat lighter in the morning. In this way, you will be able to take the most out of this creative energy without being slowed down by food. The fourth point is about reducing the use of electronic devices. Especially before going to sleep and just after waking up, they can have a very important effect on the quality of our sleep. Especially movies can have a lot of emotional content and can be very exciting, and this really affects our dream life. So for this reason, I suggest to at least try to reduce it, especially if you are tired and you want to get some good rest for the next day. On the other side, it could be good to read or to draw or to listen to some calm music or to do any other relaxing activity. Also, our social media activity can have a big impact and is really more exciting than how we perceive it to be. This is why I suggest to not look at the phone or to use airplane mode, since you have dinner all the way to your breakfast. or at least just before and after sleeping. We can practice reducing the distraction we have from social media or messages by condensing them in a certain period of time. So the point number 5 is emotional cleaning. To talk about this point, we need to better understand the mechanism of sleep. When we go to rest, we go through a process of regeneration of our physical body, but also of our emotional and mental bodies. You can notice this, for example, when you have strong emotions before going to sleep, and then in the morning when you wake up, you can feel that you have a clearer perspective and you feel a bit more detached from the emotion, like if the emotion has been somehow digested while you were sleeping. This is because when we go to sleep, we naturally process the thoughts and the emotions we have, and we reorganize them, and in this process we release tension. This is why when we have to take a decision or we need to solve a problem, in the morning we can have a much clearer vision, or sometimes even wake up with a solution. We already had all the information we needed to solve the problem, but in the night all the information we had got reorganized and now we can see it better. This is why in our dreams we see content that is emotionally relevant to us, or just stuff that we have been experiencing during the day. It is quite literally like watching a movie, and as we watch the movie, our emotions transform and grow. This processing we do in the night can be more or less efficient, and this is the reason why sometimes we can wake up in the morning feeling even more tired or confused. This is because the content that we need to process expresses in the night in ways that are messy and disordered. The efficiency of this process depends on our emotional reaction to the dream content, and this depends on our habits of how we react to emotions in the waking life. For example, if we are afraid of our emotions and tend to avoid them, then when emotional content will show up in the dreams, we will have the same tendency to avoid it. By being afraid of this content or by running away from it, its emotional charge can become even more heavy. This is why we should practice to have better relation with our negative emotions while awake. We can practice welcoming negative emotion because, just like in dreams, when a negative emotion manifests, this is a release of an energy that would otherwise stay hidden and affect us negatively. So when a negative emotion shows up, we can be open to it, we can receive it, and then we can gently follow it to see where it originates from inside of us. And in this way we will also be able to see the lesson behind of it. Also, I suggest that after you have connected with the emotion, you dedicate some time to connecting with the antidote emotion. The antidote emotion is what our system is asking for in this expression of this negative emotion. Or also it is the positive counterpart of these negative emotions. For example, if you look inside this emotion that you are feeling and you find out that it's rooted in a feeling of lack of self-worth, then you can give yourself this self-worth by connecting with this feeling of appreciation, of being worthy of unconditional love. So we want to become able to give ourselves what we are energetically looking for, and this is a skill that we need to develop. On one side, to increase our observation, to be able to find out what is this quality that we are deeply looking for. And on the other side, the ability to connect with a stronger and purer manifestation of this energy. Also, it is very efficient to practice this with our dreams. And for this we need to remember our dreams, then understand what is the key emotion behind it, sink into that emotion, and then give us a good dose of the antidote emotion. This method can have massive benefits in your life and in your process of personal growth. Point number 6 is meditation. For this point, we need to understand better what is rest. If we are running, then walking is rest. If we are walking, standing is rest. And if we are standing, then sitting down is rest. So rest is a movement of slowing down. This is why meditation is a great form of rest, because we make our body still and we slow down our mind. People who have been practicing meditation for a while can tell you how rested this practice can make you feel. The rest that we experience during meditation is in some ways even more effective than the rest we have during sleep, because we are relaxing and slowing down, but at the same time we are remaining conscious. In our sleep we can relax very deep, but then we will respond unconsciously to the content that will appear into our consciousness. If we could relax as deep as we do when we sleep, but remaining aware, this would be the ultimate level of resting. But we are unable to stop and to be still while being conscious, and also we are unable to deal with all the things that we have inside of us. For this reason, to be able to rest, our consciousness blacks out. This is also why we tend to forget dreams. It's like our mind hides from us what we are not ready to deal with. In our practice, we want to become able to reclaim more space from our subconscious, to become able to accept more what we have inside, and in this way become able to be more in peace with ourselves and also more in silence with ourselves. People who attend meditation retreats will be able to confirm you that by sitting in meditation for many hours a day, they are able to sleep for very few hours and not feel tired. And this is not only because they are sitting down all day, because also people in the offices sit down all day and they obviously don't have the same effects. In the meditation practice, we increase our awareness, and then we practice to bringing this awareness down into the depth of our being. If we meditate before sleeping, this brings our mind and our body to a much more optimal state to rest, and this has a massive effect on the quality of our sleep. So the first part of our rest happens in our meditation. For this reason, I believe that we need to make meditation our friend, to make it part of our life, to make it something as normal as brushing your teeth. Every time we go to sleep, before laying down, we sit a little bit and meditate. Every time we wake up, we take some time to reconnect, to be with ourselves, to clean a little bit around. Actually, I suggest, even if we wake up in the night to go to the bathroom, for example, to sit a little bit in meditation before going back to sleep. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this. And have a great day.